Welcome to another edition of the Reptile Report. In this episode, we will learn about the Adult Kickball League, football parking, the Gainesville High School girls basketball, and more.
From the College of Journalism and Communications at the University of Florida, this is the Reptile Report.
Last season, the Gainesville High School Hurricanes made an unforgettable run to the state championship game, but came up just short of the title. Now, with a new coach, a new roster, and a brand new season underway, the Hurricanes are looking to prove they're still a team to watch. The Gainesville Hurricanes made headlines last March when they advanced all the way to the Class 5A state championship game. They fell 56-49, just short of the program's first title in decades, but the experience left an impression.
It was a definitely really surreal experience, and it'll definitely, run with me the rest of my life. It was so much fun, but it also taught me a lot and taught me the amount of pressure, and it really taught me to not take anything for granted, really, and just it makes me want to come back there, every single year.
Gainesville players and coaches told me that last year's loss didn't set them back, it only fueled them. Now every drill, practice, and game, it's towards building another chance at a championship. Despite losing some of their key scorers from last season, the Hurricanes are eager to embrace new challenges.
Last year's loss motivated me this season to be better because I didn't really take it as a loss. I just took it as I need to be better. I need to get better and do better and be more patient.
Taylor and her teammates are working on individual skills while learning new roles under first-year coach Ken Mitchell.
We're dealing with a lot of new girls that haven't played certain roles. So the goal is to not only get those girls confident enough to fill those roles, but excel in them. We got a good group, a core group of girls that's getting better every day. And I tell them, good game, bad game. You can't get down, you stay locked in. It's gonna work out in our favor. I know it is. But it's all about the work and not the noise. And if we stay focused on that, we're gonna be fine.
Mitchell returned to coaching after a few years off, drawn by a passion for developing young players. He says Gainesville's community support makes a transition easier and motivates the team to push harder.
This season I wanted to be better at handling the ball and handling ball pressure because, we need that. We need a secure ball handler to lead the team.
The team has only a few returning starters, but they are determined to grow together. Collins says patience and unity will be critical this season.
We've set a lot of goals to block out any outside noise because there's a lot of doubt on us, and to just keep grinding and keeping our head down and our earmuffs on and just focusing on the team itself.
With a 2-2 start this season, Gainesville is still finding its rhythm. Coach Mitchell stresses that growth comes one practice, one game, and one adjustment at a time.
Girls, they like each other. They're happy girls. Great spirits, great support from the home to the community. There's a unity that you usually have to teach with every single team. The leadership is there. We got a lot of girls willing to learn, willing to follow. And I think early that gives us an advantage.
The Hurricanes hope that combination of skill, patience, and teamwork will carry them to another championship opportunity. They know the work comes first and the results will follow later in the season. Martina Montenegro, Reptile Report.
Game day at the Swamp is loud, electric, and unforgettable, but the real work starts long before kickoff. While students are planning tailgates, a different team is already working hard behind the scenes. Inside the luxury boxes of Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, dozens of workers spend the entire week building an experience most fans never see. This is the story of the people, the planning, and the pressure that bring game day to life. This is Building the Boxes.
The Friday before a game day at the Swamp feels still.
Fraternity brothers are getting ready for tailgates. Players are getting ready for war. But there's a different kind of preparation happening behind the scenes in UF's Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. Past the rattle of trolleys and the clanking of pans, the luxury boxes are being set up for one of the most attended events on campus. And most people never even notice. This is building the boxes.
My name is Dylan Witt. I'm the actually now district manager for Sodexo Live here in the Southeast. We oversee food and beverage at sports and leisure venues. A lot of my work is sort of office heavy, so I try to get that out of the way as much as possible so I can help where I can with the operation, the setup, the food prep, all that kind of stuff. But
during our discussion, we got into the core of the job, figuring out what matters most when organizing the venue and how complex the process can really be.
People, for sure. That's definitely the toughest thing in this business. It's a lot of different personalities, timelines, schedules, skill sets, interests, and capabilities. So you just got to put the right people in the right places. This is a uniquely difficult building. There's not, the spaces were built well before the inception of what food and beverage is now. 30, 40 years ago it was hot dogs and burgers, and now it's high end. It's lobster dip and prime rib, and it wasn't built for that, so we have to get really creative. It's a massive puzzle that chef works out every week, by the day, of when the food gets there each day, what gets prepped, par cooked, seared, cut, whatever it may be, and then moved to the areas that then on game days it'll be fired and moved to its final destination. We even go so far as to park a refrigerated truck on the north lawn because we just don't physically have the space in the building to hold all the cold food that we have to serve.
What are things you have to get right or everything else falls apart?
The plan.
Plan?
Yes. That's it.
What's something that always goes wrong at least once a season?
The plan.
The plan?
Yeah.
This is Chef Tanya. She runs the kitchen for Sodexo Live. And according to her team, she sets the tone for everything.
She's a pro. I actually tell her all the time that food is never a concern for me, and that's a blessing in our industry. It's always there, on time, in the right quantity, hot, fresh, and it tastes great. That's one thing we never get complaints about is food. That's always, I'm blessed for that.
From there, the conversation shifted to Chef Tanya and one of the UF student workers, who walked me through the week-long prep and everything that goes into the process.
Monday, we start making all of our dressings from scratch, any type of sauce, seasonings. And then Tuesday, we go into meat production. And then Wednesday and Thursday is like a lot of sides. Friday is getting all the freshest stuff possible, making sandwiches, and cutting a ton of fruit salad, literally about a ton. We're just kind of getting all the I's dotted and the T's crossed. Not a ton of prep today, just because you want to be successful for game day.
I love it. I think it's just so cool. There's so much to learn. It's so cool to see how much work actually gets put into a big event like this. Today has been pretty smooth because we're basically just making sure everything is already in place. I think the hardest part would just be making sure that we have all the final details done since the game's tomorrow.
Have everything that you know of under control so you can deal with the unknown unknowns, because there will be. There'll be the staff that doesn't show up, so we got to be able to move them around at the last second. There'll be a piece of equipment that doesn't work, so you got to have another one ready to go. There'll be somebody who has a crazy dietary restriction we didn't know about, so chef gets creative and throws something together for them, and it's just be ready for anything, really.
But in my opinion, the most notable responses came after this question. What's a moment you feel most proud of during your game week?
I'm actually most proud every single Saturday when we execute and the game's over and everyone's like super tired, but we're like just happy that it's over and we actually did it all together and did a great job. So
It's really tight knit and everyone is very close to each other. I feel like we're almost like our own little family, so it's great.
Oh man, they're the best. They're amazing. They're just on top of it. They're motivated. They're excited. They're positive. There's no such thing as I can't. It's how do we do this, and they all really buy into it and support each other, and nobody fails because everybody's there to hold each other up.
Most people see game day. They never see what goes into it. But now, you have.
Postgrad is hard, and finding community after college can be tough. One Gainesville Adult Recreational League is trying to change that. Let's kick it with Swamp Sports. In Gainesville, game night looks a little different for adults who still miss recess. Swamp Sports, a 21 and up kickball league, is giving locals a chance to compete, unwind, and rebuild the childhood joy of playing just for fun.
There you go. Oh, well, the league is a fun league. It's a great time. It's a good environment. Everybody is encouraging. It's a positive environment. I enjoy it just because it's good, clean fun. I get to compete, but also have just good people around, good energy, good vibes. And so I think it's an excellent league for somebody to come join and be a part of, for sure. When you get older, you kind of want to stay in that team environment. I'm a Marine. I come from the Marine Corps, so I kind of had that, that unity. And so this kind of also provided that with a good team environment, everybody positive, trying to win a game, and so that's what drew me to it. Well, I love the kickball league, trying to just stay active, just stay doing something. I love the team environment, and this what provided it for me, for sure.
Founded to bring post-grad people together, the league attracts young professional and Gainesville natives. Sponsored by the Original Mothers, the Social League is ideal for anyone looking for low-pressure, good old-fashioned backyard fun. The teams play weekly on Wednesdays for 10 weeks until the playoffs in mid-December, often sticking around to hang out with teammates after games. The league emphasizes accessibility. No experience is needed, just bring sneakers and an open mind. No matter the walk of life, the league is for everyone. For adults navigating busy schedules, kids, new city, kickball offers a space to disconnect and build community. To Swamp Sports players, growing up doesn't mean giving up play.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Well, when I moved back to Gainesville this August, after looking for work, and I got to settle in back here after graduating, I realized I'm not a student anymore, so I don't have access to all the university's sports leagues. I have to find something to do to stay active because I like playing sports. I've done it my whole life and I don't want to stop. So I was looking online for options to play, either to coach, youth sports, playing my own recreational leagues, and I came across Swamp Sports. They had just posted the listing and registration for it, so I got very lucky on when I looked. I would say for someone that's wanting to come out and play it, it's for everybody. There's people here up into their 60s, and then there's people like me who we're fresh out of college and we just want to play. It's for anybody and everybody. Some of my teammates bring their kids with them. Some of them, traveling for their 20th anniversaries and they might have to miss a game. So there's people from all walks of life, all ages, all sorts of different demographics, and so I think it's for everybody. If you're young and you just want to play some kind of fun sport, come play kickball. It's great. Favorite part is just the people. It's being out here. If I didn't like my team very much, I probably wouldn't keep coming back. Yeah, it's fun, it's exercise, but if you're playing with bad people, you're not having fun, and it's supposed to be fun. So my favorite part has just been being fortunate to have great teammates to interact with, joke with, even if our standings aren't really reflecting too well, the people and the personnel I'm extremely proud of and happy to be here with.
The Gators started off this year as champions, but with the new season, the focus shifts to building a new group under more pressure than ever. This season is about growth, cohesion, and proving they can thrive in the spotlight they rightfully earned.
Last season, the Florida Gators achieved the ultimate goal and earned the right to raise another championship banner. But in college basketball, every season is a new chapter. The challenge isn't just winning, it's sustaining success when the world is demanding another repeat.
One of the best qualities of our team, for the most part, is how hard we compete, and that's just kind of a non-negotiable. Like in terms of what the expectation is from us as a staff.
That non-negotiable hard work sets the floor, but this team is aiming for the ceiling. The players feel they have the right components in place, and now the process begins to build their immense potential into dominance.
We're where we want to be, I think, right now, but we still have to build a lot.
Part of that evolution requires shedding the expectations of the past. The players understand they must embrace their own identity and step out of the shadows of the previous championship roster.
They just tell us to be us and do what we do and not worry too much about, being the guards of last year. We want to be the guards this year. And
the new identity depends heavily on seamlessly weaving new pieces into the core.
Boogie Flan with the slam!
This is a new roster, and integrating high-impact backcourt additions is the main mission for the coaching staff.
The two main things, we want to get this group as connected as possible. With kind of Boogie and Zay Lee coming in, just having a new backcourt, just making sure everybody's on the same page. But
the early returns on that chemistry have been hugely encouraging. The team is confident in their collective ability, and they believe the deep talent pool allows any player to step up and make a play when it matters most.
Great pass, here's Condon.
I mean, we're confident. We're confident together. So I feel like we can play off each other, and it's just an adjustment. I feel like we got to get more comfortable. But as far as right now, I feel like we're better than ever.
This year, I think our whole team is able to make plays this year. And
with the excitement of the new roster in place, the leadership shifts the conversation away from individual talent and back to the long-term view of success.
All I care about is winning and our process, and if they're doing those things, I think the results will shift the way we want them at some point.
For this team, success is defined not by external accolades or yesterday's trophies, but by a foundational mindset. They must lock in on the present moment and the daily grind of working toward their goal.
You just got to keep the main thing. It all comes from what you do on the court, so that's just never going to change for me. That's a mindset.
They compete with passion, they train with grit, and they still find a way to make every moment fun. This is the Gator Women's Club lacrosse team. Let's see what they're all about.
When most people think of lacrosse at the University of Florida, they think of the Division I program. But there's another team that's providing a chance to competitively compete without the pressure that a D1 sport brings. That team is the UF Women's Club lacrosse team.
I think that we have such a good team dynamic. We're all really close. It's like a family pretty much. I've met some of my best friends through club lacrosse since I started playing my freshman year. And I think that we do so much stuff outside of club, and it's just kind of a close-knit family. And I would say that you get the best of both worlds with whatever you want to do with your college experience. We're still super competitive, we still travel, we still have a lot of opportunities to grow outside of the field and still come together as a team and be competitive, so it's kind of best of both worlds.
As Isabel said, it is the best of both worlds. Members of the club lacrosse team gather at practices, tournaments, and team events, not just to sharpen their skills, but to strengthen the bonds they share. The club gives them the freedom to compete at a high level while still pursuing other passions around campus, and they're able to have fun while doing it. For many players, that balance is what makes this team so special, and it's especially true for new member Kendall Schmerler.
Club lacrosse is definitely less of a commitment than Division I higher levels, but that's what I like about it, because it's only a couple practices a week, a few tournaments in the fall, and then a bunch in the spring. But I really like that it's not a ton of pressure, and I prefer this, so it's not like consuming your whole life, and you can just go and have fun, relax, and play the sport that you love.
While each practice is extremely competitive, the women are there to cheer each other on through every step of the way. They laugh, lift each other up, make the toughest drills feel lighter, and give each other tips to improve their games.
I feel like we're super we're super humorous, I'd like to say. Like, we can get serious when we need to, but part of the reason that I love coming to practice and coming in the team is because I'm always laughing, and it's really when I kind of forget about all my other responsibilities and things to do because I'm just so happy to be here.
You can see the joy in the way the team practices, moving from drill to drill as one unit, smiling the entire time. But don't be fooled, these women have serious work ethic. Their coach helps craft each drill where they give 100% effort all the time. The bulk of their tournaments happen in the spring, so the fall is when they really build the foundation to help achieve their goals.
So my freshman year, we won our conference tournament, SWIL, and that's obviously our goal again this year. We didn't win it last year, but we were in that tournament, and then our goal every year is obviously to make nationals. So with it's the top 16 teams around the country.
It will take a lot of focus for the team to make it back to where they were just 2 years ago. But as the president, Isabel believes she has the keys that the team needs to move forward.
Just being consistent, being serious, and working really hard just to keep consistent throughout the semester, even when things kind of might tend to slow down or it gets hard with exams. Like, we keep pushing on the field so that we can be better overall.
But without each other, the team can get nowhere. They need each other to work toward this common goal.
I look up to Ashley. She's my big on the team, but she's also from my hometown, from Maryland, so I've known her since I was in like elementary school, and she's one of the reasons that I decided to play club lacrosse. And she was the president before me, so I look up to her in a lot of ways, like her leadership skills and just as a friend.
While Isabel has a role model, she also is a role model.
Our president, Isabel, has been very welcoming and very nice, and she's always willing to talk if you need it, and so I think she's been very motivating, and she also is just such a good role model in practice. She's always being competitive, she's always locked in, but also very nice all the time.
In the end, the team is more than a place to compete. It's where they grow, laugh, and find a community that feels like home.
Parking around campus is always a tough task, especially on game day. To help solve this problem, neighborhoods around the stadium charge fans to park in their yards. Recently, I got the chance to learn more about their solution and what motivates them. With 90,000 fans attending every UF home game, where does everyone park? Well, boosters get the privilege of paying for parking in advance so they can park in lots around campus. However, where does the everyday fan park? Well, houses around campus sell out their yards as parking lots for everyone to purchase.
My name's Thomas Stone. I go by 2. I've been doing this for Steve for, I think this is the 10th year now. I'm not the one that owns the lot or anything. I just run it for him. He's retired out of it. He'd rather stay at home or at the lake than here. But we pretty much determine the pricing between what people are charging. So down the way there, I know Steve's good friends with the guys that owns that property, and they kind of converse. But we try to go for a flat rate all year long. I know some people spike for certain teams that come and whatnot, and it doesn't feel right to do that to the people that park here every game, every year, to upcharge them to see, like Tennessee would be a good example. Oh yeah, Tennessee will be here. Well, get $10 more a car. I think it's just fair to keep it flat across the board. You can have a full lot one day and not feel busy, but the next game you can have a full lot or even not a full lot and feel slam packed. It's all about how people show up, So I start getting worried when we're like 3 hours from the game and people are still just trickling, because I know an hour before the game, we're just, it's only 2 guys here on this slot that run it, and we are running back and forth like crazy to keep up with it.
So some people use their lots for profits. However, Christian Family Services uses the parking lot at Campus View Church to put that money towards an extremely charitable cause.
I'm Mandy Harrell. I've been parking cars for about 2 years here. Campus View Church supports our nonprofit by allowing us to do game day parking here, and Christian Family Services is a ministry that helps women with unplanned pregnancies. We charge $40 a spot. We also offer season passes, and it does account for a portion of our budget each year at Christian Family Services. So we actually work statewide. A portion of what we do is help place children for adoption, and last year we placed 14 children for adoption, but we help women who don't make adoption plans as well. So we help, just many women who call us. So I've been the director for the last 2 years, but Christian Family Services has existed since 1978 here in Gainesville.
So whether you want your money to go to a charitable cause or to go to help a family make a living, there's always a place to park. All you have to do is look around campus, look up and down 2nd Avenue, and you will find the perfect place for you.
That's it for this episode of the Reptile Report. Make sure to like and subscribe to stay updated.